Philippine national hero Dr. Jose Rizal returned to Manila on the 2nd of August 1887 after a 5-year study tour of Europe. 6 months later, Rizal had to leave his beloved country once more due to the controversy surrounding his book Noli Me Tangere, an allegorical criticism of Philippine life under Spanish colonial rule. The Spanish authorities and the friars in Manila were outraged by the Noli. The book was deemed subversive. He left Manila for Japan via Hong Kong on February 22, 1888 aboard the vessel Oceanic. The ship entered Yokohama harbor in the early morning of February 28, 1888. Rizal stayed at the Yokohama Grand Hotel for a night. The following day, he transferred to the Tokyo Hotel. The date was March 2, 1888. Rizal came to Japan an unhappy man.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Dr. Rizal.
Dr. Rizal is over there.
Thank you. Dr. Rizal?
Yes?
Forgive me for interrupting. My name is Senor Juan Perez Caballero. I am the Charge d'Affaires of the Spanish legation here in Tokyo.
How do you do? Please, have a seat.
Gracias. It is a pleasure meeting you, Dr. Rizal. How was your voyage to Japan?
I was seasick during the entire 6-day trip. I stayed overnight at the Grand Hotel in Yokohama, and then I moved in here in Tokyo, wanted to see much more of Japan.
I'm sorry to hear that. How do you find Japan so far?
Oh, it is a very beautiful country. I am fascinated by the strong and unique culture. This morning I was walking down in Hibiya Park, and then I was surprised to hear Vienna Waltz playing.
Vienna Waltz?
Indeed. I was curious to hear Johann Strauss being played in an open park. So I walked down and followed where the music was coming from. And then I was surprised to see an orchestra being played in an open cafe, just like that in Stadt Park in Vienna.
You must be feeling nostalgic, remembering your European sojourn.
I walked slowly to the orchestra, and imagine what I saw.
Well?
By the orchestra, there was this Japanese who was conducting them, but the ones playing the violin and the cello were my kababayan. So they were all my kapwa Filipinos.
Filipinos?
Yes, indeed. After they finished, I went up to them, and I was surprised to hear them speaking in Tagalog. So I went up to them, and I greeted them. I said, "Kumusta kayo mga paisano? Ikinagagalak ko makakita ng kapwa Filipino dito sa Hibiya Park." So we talked, and we exchanged news, and then they asked me what's happening in the Philippines, and then I asked them back. How did they find out about Japan, and so on.
So, Filipino musicians have already landed here.
Yes, indeed. Isn't that something?
Yes, yes. Yes, indeed. Dr. Rizal,
Yes.
my reason for calling on you today is to invite you to stay with us at the legation.
That's so. Well, Senor Caballero, thank you for your invitation. But I can very well afford to pay for my own accommodation. Besides, I intend to leave for San Francisco in just a few days.
But I beg you to reconsider. Please stay with us at the legation, even for a few days. The legation is in the heart of Tokyo with its beautiful surroundings. You would be most welcome. I would, of course, be at your service should you want me to accompany you on some sightseeing. It would be an honor to be your companion.
Muchas gracias para la invitación, Senor Caballero. But I will think about it. Please allow me to think about it more.
Well, certainly, Dr. Rizal. Can I perhaps invite you to visit the legation tomorrow?
Very well. See you tomorrow, Senor Caballero.
Adios.
Adios.
Buenos días, Dr. Rizal.
So they know all my movements. When I was